100%, 100%. Or it's like a really heavy like yaoi piece or something like that, and like I'm like, oh my god, look at the look how they did like the wrinkles on the bedding. Oh my god, look how immaculate they are, and like it's just so beautiful. And I'm just like, man, I can't send that. There's a couple of artists that I can send stuff like that to, and then there's a couple that I'm like, I want to talk about like the intense amount of texture work they did in the linens, and I just can't. Horny creates good art. It does create good art, but you can create good art without being horny. I'm just saying. But horny creates really good art. Oh wait, I did the skip. Oh, I did one of the skips. Little dudes. Jump. Fuck yeah. Okay. I probably memorized this place better than my own neighborhood. Damn. Oh fuck, I missed him. No, my life up. No, wow, no. It's always really funny when I have somebody clip that horny art dog. Do exclamation clip and it'll put a reminder down for me to clip it if somebody hasn't clipped it already. I know it's a little hard to clip on phone. You already clipped it? Okay, thank you. I will edit it and it will look gorgeous. It's like that one meme where there's what people imagine pornos to like, and it's super horny dude versus what pornos are actually like, and it's someone sleep deprived. That is incredibly true. So for those who don't know, who maybe haven't been in when we've had this conversation before, so I've talked before how I used to hang out with like a ton of cosplayers. I used to do a lot of different like fabrication and like prop work and costuming and stuff like that. So it fit right in with cosplayers, and so I made a bunch of cosplayer friends. And so I would help out with like photo shoots and stuff like that. And let me tell you, do you want to know the least sexiest photo shoot I've ever done was? The least, I mean, real talk, the least sexiest photo shoot I've ever done was actually for like a really lewd shoot. It was cold, everyone was miserable, my knees hurt, because I was holding like a light and I had to hold it at a specific angle. That's why my knees hurt. I'm not saying that nothing else was happening, chat. Okay, I was holding a light, and like it was cold as shit in the room, and like my knees hurt because of holding this light at this stupid fucking angle, and they were both uncomfortable. They were both incredibly uncomfortable and so embarrassed. But let me tell you, the photos came out so nice. And like, but it was the least sexiest photo shoot I have ever participated in. Like, it was, it would have been funny if you were like, yeah, I filmed this porno for the cosplay. I mean, we did, but those ranked a little higher in like the hotness scale than like the actual like lewd photo shoot that I'm talking about. Like pornos are no big deal. I've sold sex toys. It's nothing. That's what I'm saying. Like it's so absolutely miserable. Like hold this pose for like 4 minutes while they. Why is my phone doing a thing? Hold on. Oh, Ryder, did you just send me that clip? But like, it's the thing. It's like, the sexier you think a photo shoot or a photo or video or something is, the more miserable I guarantee you it was to film behind the scenes. Okay? The more uncomfortable the participants were, I guarantee you the better the photos look. I just noticed that my clip in my hair is layered wrong. That's gonna bother me now. But it's fine. Why is Blue Sky saying my authentication failed just now? I just got a notification on my computer that it's okay. That's cool. I'll fix it later. The incredible amount of technical knowledge needed getting in the way. Exactly. It's the same way when you're like drawing something like a lewd work for somebody. Like, so I made a joke a long time ago on Discord. This is before I became a VTuber, where I said I love to draw body fluids, and because they are so fun, you can do so much crazy stuff with it, and the texturing has to be like just right in order for everything to look really good. But a lot of people, specifically if you're doing like commissions for like, God, I love to draw spit. That was it. I still have the screenshot for that message too. But a lot of VTubers, specifically when they commission stuff, are commissioning not that, if it makes any sense. And like a lot of them are like weird about getting commissions that are a little spicy, which is, it's fine. I'm just like, it's okay. You can ask for that if you want that. I can draw it. Granted, right now my commissions are closed. I have one big commission I'm working on for Gray right now that I'm still in the process of. I'm accepting no more. But it's really funny, like when they do, they're like when somebody asks you to draw something and they're like a little uncomfortable with it, they go, hey, can I get a commission? Yeah, no, I want my boobs like to be huge. And like can you like show a little skin? And I'm like, yeah, dude, it's fine, I can draw it. It's like, that's what I do, okay? That's, I can draw it. If you want it, I can draw it. But it's so funny to me. You're still not with that ship? Which ship? No, I'm still not done with it. The main reason I'm not done with it is it's such so there's a couple different pieces in it. There's a BRB screen, there is a pop asset, so it like pops out, drops down a window and like folds out and stuff like that, and then there is the main ship deck itself, and on that deck there's a couple different things. I have like moving people on it right now. I've like animated some of the crew. I've got some different lighting setups for it, and the big issue mostly happens with the deck. And the deck, the size of the file is so large. It is so large that it lags my system when I hit Control-Z to undo a single line. Or when I try and change my brush a little bigger. I can work on a single, yeah, it's a big deck. I can work with a single pixel brush and still have it show up fairly large. I mean, it's incredible. It looks really gorgeous. I'm almost done with it. The deck is it's like 99%. It's like literally at that last little finishing touches, and then I have to export the pop out asset, and then the BRB screen needs shading, and then we're finished with it. But it's huge. It's huge, and unfortunately I've tried to do it on stream previously, but because it is so large, my system can't handle that and OBS at the same time, because OBS is like, it's a whore for processing power. It does not play well with others. All right, sorry, we were doing something. We were continuing with the game. Yes, we were continuing with the game. But yeah, that's what we're at right now. Just where we're at right now. But yeah, the sexier you think a photo shoot or something is, the less sexy it is behind the scenes. I'm just saying. In fact, specifically with like drawn artwork that's like a little lewd and stuff like that, in fact, you'll have issues where it's just like you're so tired and you're like, I'm so tired right now. I no longer what does a penis look like? I cannot remember off the top of my head. And you have to have like reference stuff out, and then if anyone, heaven forbid, lives with you, you have to like keep doors and stuff shut, and you have to and then you have to like, so specifically for me, like when I do commissions of that type, I have to do it at specific times, specifically because I watch a lot of Spawn. Why are you looking at so many dicks? I swear to God, I'm on so many different kinds of lists right now. I'm sure there's some kind of Reddit thing, like there's some, I know for sure there's some Redditor out there who thinks that I am into specific things, and I acquire a lot of material for it, and it's like, yeah. So because I watch kids during the day, and then I'll do opens. Yeah, basically. I can't. No. So, like, okay, so we're gonna have to talk about filing system. Okay, so we're getting distracted. We're getting distracted. Specifically for referencing. Okay, I do have specific images and stuff for referencing. Generally, if I need like something very specific, I will have a reference folder for each specific like commissioner. And then if it's something I will never use again, like a specific fetish, then I just delete the folder afterwards. Okay, I don't keep a hold of it. I just get rid of that shit. It's specifically if it's a specific fetish and I know I'm not gonna actually have any use for it ever again, then it just goes bye-bye after we're done. I'm so sorry for my FBI agent. And burn the recycling bin. Well, okay, so just we may devolve into just a chatting stream here, guys. I'm just saying. For specific things, like specific fetishes, there's some things that I can look at the reference material. It always comes back to vor. It does always come back to vor. Why does it always come back to vor? But there's some specific there's some specific fetishes that you don't think are fetishes that are actually they're the kind that a good example. Okay, here's a good example. A good example is if you go to a cosplayer's post. I'm going to use this as a reference because I have ran into this issue helping out some of my friends before, where it, say for example, it's a Princess Peach cosplay. This is a very specific example. A Princess Peach cosplay, and somebody will comment on the post asking for a picture or a video of them as they're sitting down with the suit, like with the skirt like puffing up around them. Did you guys know that's a specific kind of fetish? Yeah, it's called cupcaking. And that is a good example of an involuntary fetish where you trick somebody into doing it. And I'm not a big fan of that. Yeah, it's called cupcaking. You don't understand how some people figure this stuff out. Look, the reason people, great, now we're eating baked goods again. Well, the reason some people have fetishes like that is specific things, and that's fine on them. However, I do have an issue if you are requesting like fetish content from any creator, by the way, guys, any creator. I do believe that maybe you should be upfront and say that this is what this is. If you try to hide it, then it's fucking weird. Okay, it's really fucking weird. But if you're upfront about it, then it's less weird. It's still weird, but it's less weird. You know? It's like, it's less weird. Yeah, it's honestly just really pervy. 100%. And I've had commissioners try to like slip stuff in, and I've been on DeviantArt too long. I know what you're doing. I'm hip with it. You're less of a creep if you're outright asking. Exactly. Yeah, they try and slip stuff in. Oh, fuck, wording. Not like slipping in like that, but like, you know, like they try and hide it in their request. Yeah, that's probably a better way of saying that. Why did I say it the other way? That's the worst. Why did I say it the other way? The other way was worse. Fuck. But yeah, no, yeah. Damn, we get on weird topics. I blame it on the margarita. For sure. I blame it on the margarita. But yeah. So like if somebody's upfront, yes, like you enjoy it. As long as somebody's upfront, I have no problem with it. Now there are specific things like I won't draw. A mandatory vor mention quota filled. Exactly. It always comes back to vor. In some form or fashion. Always. But yeah, no, there's a specific reason. There's like specific things that I won't do for commissions, and that's why when somebody sends a request to like do something on stream, you'll see me process through it just a little bit. They'll be like, do a jump or something like that, and I'll be like, is it or is it a fetish? If I do it, is it weird? You know? So always be aware. If you're a content creator of any form or fashion, always be aware of how fucking weird people are, man. Anyway, back to the game. We're going back to the game. Now that we've derailed everything enough, we'll continue here. Damn, we always get on different weird stuff. ABC, always being creepin'. Yeah, always be creepin'. You're glad you won't be anyone's fetish. Oz, I have some bad news for you, babe. Someone's always into that shit. Okay? I regret to inform you, there is indeed someone out there who is always into that shit. Okay? I'm just saying, you, especially if you make yourself like see-through of any sort, or gelatinous, or you're an ooze. I have very bad news for you. Yeah, 100%. There's somebody into that. Did you know? Okay, sorry. We're getting distracted again. That's a pretty pretty like normal fetish thing. Did you know those VTubers who have like their head replaced by like a different object, like a TV or like a jar of jam or a giant eyeball or something like that, or that is also a specific kind of fetish. There's whole Reddits dedicated. You mean your friend Gloopy? Yes, your friend Gloopy. There's a kink out there for everybody, guys. And I'm just saying, I'm not kink shaming, but some of them need to be kept to yourselves. There's gelatinous cube of the skull. Oh yeah. Yeah, that's a relatively large kink type. Specifically if they're gelatinous cube and there's evidence of like something being like dissolved inside. Yeah, it's a kink. This is gonna be another weird stream where I have a bunch of out of yeah, that's vor, basically. Basically, it's not like strictly vor, but it's like a subsection of vor, which is around there, you know. Just saying, it's a kink. You apologize, Smalley. Never apologize, it's fine. I mean, there's certain things that people don't realize until you actually talk about it. You actually have had someone ask me about vor stuff when they saw your model. You mean the one I made? Like, dude, I'm saying, but not like that. You mean there's somebody out there who looked at a model I made and were like, yeah, that's vor. Fuck. Son of a bitch. Son of a bitch. It's fine. It's fine. We're just gonna take another drink and we're gonna continue. I'm gonna go look at my baby girl for a little bit and we're gonna de-stress. Yeah. This is fine. She's generally upset about that, guys. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's like somebody. Well, to be honest, okay. I'll be really honest with you guys. I'm kind of surprised that nobody's asked me about bondage or anything yet because I have so many straps on my outfit. Now, granted, I'm a large Final Fantasy fan. I'm a very large Final Fantasy fan. And all of my designs employ a plethora. I'm sorry, what? Oh, you came in at the wrong time, Beryl. I'm so sorry. We're talking kinks, but not like kinks we have. I'm just like, we're talking about kinks that we've like been asked about like this. Like, so I have a lot of like strappage and stuff on like my model, okay? And Shuna's model also has like a ton of straps and stuff, like lacing and corseting and stuff like that. And so like I'm kind of shocked that they asked about vor first rather than asking about like bondage. We love a good strap and belt. We love a good strap and belt, babe. Oh, it's so good. The more straps, the better. But yeah, no, you came in at the worst timing. That's the worst time for somebody to walk in on a conversation. No one's asked about bondage yet. I'm shocked. I'm rather shocked. I'm very shocked. But, you know, or the best time. Very true. It could have been the best time. No, it's not. You know it. Is it really? If it's gonna be anyone, it's gonna be me. There are so many worse fetishes. You're very right. There are so many worse fetishes. They could be asking me about white bread and drawing a woman who has a cart full of specifically white bread who is polluting the ecosystem somehow. And that could have been it. I've been asked about wing stuff though. Yeah, the Wonder Bread woman. Yeah. Yeah, the Wonder Bread man. He's so weird. Yeah. I'll allow that one. Bondage, you think, weirdly just gets discussed less. Yeah. Bondage has been like normalized. Okay, Sorry, we're just gonna sit here. We're just gonna chat. A bondage has been normalized. Okay, I'm just saying, bondage has been laid out. Yeah, exactly. Bondage. Why does it not allow bondage? Bondage has been vanillalized. Vanillalized? Is that a term? You know what? I'll accept it. Vanillized. Yeah, it's less weird. How did we get so derailed? I started the conversation and my lighting is totally off. Why is it Why isn't my light? Oh, hang on. I just turned off my light completely. Hold on. And yet it is still tracking. Go phone. Go phone. Get your brightness on. Turn on. No, that not the other way. Fuck. Hey, sorry. I'm leaning up to turn on my light. I have several lights in front of me. Blue Sky said I just failed my authentication again. I don't know, man. I guess because I read so much and I follow so many different artists that I don't know, man. There's some stuff that I come across that I'm like, that's not that weird. And then I talk to somebody else who I know, and then they're like, Mycelia, that's really fucking weird. And I go, oh. Oh, I see. You got a whole ass light bar for your PC because lighting is not bright and so for context, shit, I might as well just switch this over to a just chatting stream here. So for context, I have a little tiny like square light that sits like right in front of me, and then I have a long kind of split bar section of like turn on and off touch lights that I use normally because I have the way my PC is oh no, ad hell, no, we're in ads, no. Hang on, we're cycling through the ads, give it a second, we're gonna let it finish. It's like a whole minute and something. But yeah, I'll wait. You've read so much, you don't think twice about how weird smut is? Yeah, you know what, fuck it, let's just go back to chatting. I said we were gonna play this game. Hang on, let me just go back to my fucking chatting screen, guys. But yeah, no, here, we're just gonna hang here. But, I'm just gonna exit this, and we're just gonna exit the game. Okay, you know what, fuck it, it's just a chatting stream right now. Just chatting. And then I'm gonna get rid of the PlayStation tags. Chatting with viewers. Add tag. Okay, fuck it, we're just chatting right now. BDSM gets a bad rep for people thinking it means something else, and vor just seems weird. So there's specific types of vor. There's some that I've seen that are like really weird, and there's some that I've seen that are like not that weird, if that makes sense. And I've seen some where it feels, sorry, we switched to just chatting because fuck it, we're derailed, we might as well just talk. Okay. there are degrees to vor. They have, how do we get on this topic? There are degrees to it, and I know a couple of people who are like really, yeah, there's no rails now, okay? We are fuck it, we're doing it live. There's you all too. All we do is in this train is fucking derail. You know what? We were on a rail shooter, now we're derailed, okay? We're just going off the coast here, okay? We're just going all over. There's some people who into vor that don't like the more extreme kinds. Exactly. I mean, with every kink, with every kind of sexual thing of any kind, there are different degrees. You have the kinds that are like really extreme, and then you have the kinds that are like sort of vanilla, they're like pretty in the middle. And so it depends sometimes like what degree it is, how normalized it is. Like with the concept of vor in general, Specifically on this channel, it's kind of normalized. Vor is never sort of vanilla. Okay, look, if we're talking on this channel, it's sort of vanilla, okay? We make the Vor joke all the time. Hell, on the mushroom server that I'm on, we have an entire channel that's dedicated to Vor, but it's not really Vor. It's just like a memes channel where we post memes and we post recipes. A lot of recipes, funny enough, but it's just a joke. It's not like actual Vor. The only time actually I have posted actual Vor in there. For context, Chad. For context, the Vor that I posted in there was actually not posted in the Vor channel. I posted it in the memes channel, and it was like a Vegeta meme. It was Vegeta and a minion or some shit like that. Anyway, I can post it in the regular Discord for anyone who's like really curious about it. And that is the only time we've had Vor posted in there, and I took a screenshot of it in the regular in the regular channel, and then I posted it in the memes channel. The original was posted in the memes channel, and then I reposted the screenshot of the Vor in the Vor channel. But hold on, wait. It's so common you wouldn't call it a fetish? For what? Feet? Oh yeah, like feet are very common. It's like super common. I've got it's like that one is like, okay, so in terms of things that have been like normalized, we have like at the highest, like the tippy top, we have like bondage, and then right below that we have feet, and then right below that we have armpits, and then right below that we have what else? Oh, thigh crushing, and then no, maybe would you say thigh crushing is above feet or below it? Tier time. Do I have a blank tier list? Hold on. Do I have a blank tier list? No, but I can do, we can do this, and I can do text on screen. Here, we'll do a text. Okay, tier list. Okay. Tier is the, no, it's, isn't it? T-I-E-R, tier list. Tier list. Okay, I think they're more equal being above or below. Okay, so okay, we'll put our tier list here. Okay, so I think in terms of like generic things, let's see here. I would definitely say feet. Feet is definitely high up there. In terms of like things that have been normalized, feet, and then I think after that, equal. You think armpits are equal? Yeah, armpits. Yeah, I'd say armpits are pretty equal to that. Technically, we put oral even above that if we lower the threshold of what counts. See, that's the main question. Like, what actually counts as like fetish content? I would say oral wouldn't be like high. How the fuck did we get on this subject? Okay, in terms of like stuff that's like heavily fetishized, that is kind of normied. Okay, that's gonna be, you'll take the blame, don't take any blame. Tier list of vanilla stuff. Yeah, I'm gonna go with that. Yeah, we're gonna go with that. Tier list of vanilla stuff. Okay, I think we're all guilty. We're all equally guilty here, okay? There's no blaming. Okay, so in terms of, you know what? We can't read this well enough. Let me edit this. Can I do a background color? Let's do a background color. Not high, not dark enough. Okay. I think feet and armpit is pretty normalized. Futa is shooting up into the vanilla, pretty sure 100%. I do believe that is also shooting up there pretty high on the list. Let's put this here, and I definitely think bondage should be on here. Bondage is probably about ranking second. I would say Futa would be like third. There should be an outlying option. NTR, yes, NTR. Okay, so I think bondage is still higher than Futa, but it's lower than NTR. So I think bondage, and then NTR, and then we have Futa. Okay, and then tentacles. Tentacles have actually. Do you think it ranks higher or lower than NTR? Yeah, Futa, Chaser, Femboy, I agree. Femboy is probably one of the most vanilla type dealios, though. NTR is just ridiculous. I absolutely hate it. I agree. I hate it. So anyone who comes into the stream is going to be really fucking confused. So I think, honestly, so for context, I think tentacles are higher than bondage on the normalized list because did you know, okay, do you guys know the reason that a lot of the older manga has a lot of like tentacle attacks for like their hentai rather than having like straight up like regular sex? Is due to censorship. Yes, it's for censorship. So it's to avoid censorship, and that's why they have a ton of tentacle stuff in there. And I think that's why tentacles are higher in the list of vanilla'd up stuff rather than bondage. I think tentacles are higher in it than bondage. So I think it's like feet, armpits, tentacles, and then we have bondage. So tentacles. Is that spelled correctly? You know what? Fuck spelling. And then I think after Futa, I think tentacles has been around since like 1800s. No, not since the 1800s. Technically, it was in the late 80s, early 90s. We're talking like really early manga. Like that's how they got around stuff. And then, okay, so after that, let's see, what else is probably like super vanilla. Wasn't there traditional Japanese art with tentacles? Yes, but specifically in terms of things that were wildly distributed, I'm pretty sure there was normal like tentacles and Japanese art and other art forms and stuff, but it was more popularized later. Correct. In using it to avoid censorship. Sorry, I'm trying not to get hiccups right now. And using it to avoid censorship, that's when they ran into the issue of it being like wildly distributed and being like sent out to other people. I've also Mpreg is also another one. This one is pretty, I'm gonna put it below Futa. Mpreg, that's although it's pretty high on my list of being stuff that's like normalized, but Mpreg is on that list. Okay, what else we got on this list? I think another thing that is I did not intend to do. Mpreg is an interesting plant. It is not an interesting plant. It's a beautiful act of procreation. I'm a big fan of pro. Yeah, it has. Okay, everywhere, TikTok, it's really normalized in the artists circle, like the big joke of I'm gonna draw you pregnant. Okay, that's pretty normalized. Okay, that's pretty vanilla. It's very vanilla. And then what else? Oh, ever since Cyberpunk, I've seen a lot of like different kinks that have to do with like mechanical and robots that have been pretty normalized. That's the one that it's like the gender ratio swap. Feet, it's mostly guys, and Preg, it's mostly girls. yeah. Mpreg and Alpha and Omega, like universe stuff. Now we're just gonna talk AoE tags. Of course we are. I would... Oh my god, I just choked on nothing. I would say for sure Mpreg is mostly for girls, feet are mostly for guys. Should we gender these? should we put it like a little parentheses? Girls. And then feet and armpits, guys. I met with this session. Yeah. Choking. Oh yeah, choking. Well, choking is like higher than feet in my personal opinion. I feel like choking is pretty high up on that list, you know. Femboys for guys. Yeah, femboys, I agree. Femboys would probably be equal to futa. Femboys would probably be right about there. Like right up there. And then we also have, let's see, what else do we have that's pretty normalized? Is sweat vanilla? Yes, sweat is like an older classic that it used to be super popular around the time of when like when tentacles were really big. So I would probably say it could be an offshoot of tentacles, but sweat. Oh hey, me in the background when we're talking about weird shit. Oh yeah, very fitting, right? But I feel like sweat used to be a big thing. It's not quite so big anymore, so it's on the more rare side, so I'm gonna drop it down here, but I can put sweat on the list. Millie? Yeah, I love Millie. I can't hear it right now, so if you guys are listening to the background music, for some reason my audio doesn't work correctly, so let's see if I can fix that real quick, because I want to hear, I would like to hear Millie. I would like to save. Cannot hear anything. I think another kind of big one for me that has been really kind of like normalized is it's lemonade. Oh, I love lemonade. Lemonade's one of my favorites. That's why it's on the list. But okay, I don't know if it's just the content that I am exposed to or what, but I am gonna put the ABO on there, which is alpha, beta, and omega. God, you thought lemonade was a weird fetish. I mean, it is a weird fetish, but I'm gonna put on content that has been sort of normalized. Is that's just Mpreg again. Lemonade, no lemonade, it's not Mpreg. That'd be like the weird like yellow rain pee. Okay, that's like pee. Oh, it's alpha, beta, and omega. That's also been heavily fetishized, but it's pretty vanilla. It's pretty vanilla these days. That's pretty standard for a lot of different like fetish works. There's quite a few. Look at that big old list. Wow. Isn't that amazing? You actually didn't know what that is? Maybe it's just the type of content I'm exposed to all the time. Yeah, it's like alpha, beta, and omega. It's how do I say this in a way that's like not weird? Okay, so to like not be weird, there are specific plays you can do that deal with that. it's like sub and dom stuff. Yeah, basically it's like sub and dom stuff, but it's like a subgenre that's like taken over and it's like become this huge thing. There's like you can get stuff for it these days, and it's like you know, yeah. You get it now? Okay, yeah. Don't Google anything on this list, chat. Don't Google it. Do not Google it. You'll get some stuff. It may not be stuff you're used to. Yeah, I didn't think anyone was unironically into that. Alpha always impregnates the Omega regardless of gender. Generally, yes. Generally, yes. And then you also have, there's a whole, I don't want to get into the ABO talk right now, guys. There's a lot more to it than just the three basic. You have some that have like secondary, and you have some that are like a high grade and low grade alphas and high grade and low grade omegas, and like it's just look, all I'm saying is like we're just here to talk about some like vanillized fetish stuff, okay? What do you mean, the famous study on inflation? No, I'm not saying that out loud. How dare you try and make me say that out loud? How dare you? How dare you? You know what? On top of that, I'm gonna add something that's been I feel has been very normalized. Spit. You know what? I think spit ranks higher. Spit and sweat, I feel like, are on the same level. Like spit and sweat are on the same level. I also feel that potentially, let's see, what's another one that's been like really inflation. That is not how you spell that. I feel like inflation is also another one that has been very normalized. But it's like lower on the list. It's like not as high. It's like, it's definitely not as high. It's like lower. And then, oh shit, you know what I did not put on there? I didn't put Vor on here. Vor, I feel like, is above tentacles. We'll put Vor right there. We'll put Vor right there. Inflation above ABO? Really? On a positive note, you do feel more body types have been normalized. Yes! Oh my god. Oh my god. Ignoring the fetish list here. I agree. I feel like a lot more body types have been pretty normalized. Like, it's now more commonplace to see a lot more like variety for body shapes and stuff like that, for things that can be sexy, that can be attractive, that are not necessarily like stick thin. Like, are they hot, or are they just like a size 5? You know what I'm saying? Inflation is above ABO. Okay, I'll put it above ABO since you say it ranks higher. I will put inflation above ABO there for you, okay? Okay, I'll put that on there. Maybe it's just that you're around more our peers, but inflation is super common, very super common. Another thing that I've seen really heavily fetishized, oh yes, infantilism. Yeah, that was what I was gonna go over. 100%. That is for sure something that I've seen quite often. I would say probably, to be honest with you, I feel like that would probably be above bondage. I feel like it's above bondage, and I think it's above NTR. What do you guys think? Do you think it's above NTR or above bondage? Because I've seen a lot of it. I've seen a lot of it, and no way. I think so. NTR is one of the highest rating shit. Okay, so maybe we move, and okay, so here I'll put the infantilism here where NTR is, and I will put NTR at the very top. Actually, I'm just gonna put it under choking. I feel like it's not high enough. how did we get on this? I can spell. I'm gonna put it below choking because I feel like choking is like pretty commonplace. Did I switch? Yeah, I switched my just chatting. Okay, we're in just chatting right now. But I feel like choking is above NTR. If you get what I'm saying. I feel like choking, NTR, feet and armpits, and then vor, and then we have tentacles, and then bondage. Choking is so vanilla. Choking is so vanilla. I'm just saying, guys, choking is very vanilla. I feel that it is one of those very commonplace. So you're not familiar with infantilism, and just using context to understand. Okay, so that is when you act younger, or you act cutesy or childlike. Usually involves a lot of daddy or mommy play. If that makes sense. And there's different levels to it. So you can have stuff where it's just like, oh mommy, and then stuff where it goes down the list until you get into diaper play. No, I mean it's like a tier list. Like there's different levels of it. Yeah, there's different levels of it. And that's why call me daddy is like so big. Because there's different levels of it. Call me daddy, call me mommy. You know? Hang on, I feel like because we are conducting research, hold on. Let me, I feel like I have to put on my lab coat. Okay, because we're conducting research right now, guys. Okay, this is serious business. Okay. And I also feel that we can't have wine while we're here. I feel like we gotta drop the wine and we gotta pull out the mic. This is serious. There's a whole cavern between calling someone mommy and wanting to wear diapers. No, there isn't. It's a sliding scale. It's all the same type of genre of fetish. And in fact, if we look at our list here, there's the hand missing. Fuck, hang on. We gotta take off the lab coat. I noticed there's an issue on the lab coat. We're gonna take the lab coat off. Okay. In fact, if you look at the list here, you'll notice that it is higher on the list. What did you walk into? You walked into us doing research. Okay, for context, we started talking about fetishes for some weird reason, and now it has devolved into this. And we are rating the stuff that we think has been like normalized or added into like the vanilla type genre because either it's a very common kink or because it's been very widely publicized or something that has become very commonplace in a lot of different areas, be it books, movies, comics, jokes on stuff. So in our tier list of stuff that has been vanillized, we have choking at the top because that's pretty common. And then we have NTR, feet and armpits, mostly with guys, who are the ones that find this the most attractive. And then we have like vor, tentacles, bondage, infantilism, which is a wide range of stuff. Then we have the futa or femboys, which is equal part, all genders, and everybody really likes that. And then we have mpreg, which is mostly what girls really like. And then we have sweat or spit, and then we have inflation, and then ABO. And RP stuff, we break it up into separate ones. Oh, do you? Interesting. Sometimes, specifically in like tags, you'll find it just there in general, and sometimes it'll be broken down into like the different subgenres. But yes, this is what you walked into, us working on the list. It's very important. Okay, this is for research. This is for science. For sure, science. Yeah, if you see someone that, age play is bad. We do not like age play. That is like, that gets you automatically booted, brah. That is a big, no. Science is fun. Science is very fun. And in fact, do you know how you know it's science? Because we wrote it down. That's how you know it's science. If you say so, Mai. If you say so. It is. It is. See? My list. We're having a discussion. We're having a discussion where we're breaking down the full information for this scientific theory. It is science. It is science. It's very much science. For sure. I think there's been a wide range of things. I'm gonna put the mic away because right now I'm not standing on my soapbox right now. We're just chatting. We're just chatting. I feel like there's been quite a few things that previously, if they were a kink, that they weren't really talked about. It's more Scientology than physics, but definitely science, for sure. There's definitely StreamerBot keeps popping up notices that it's failing to log into my blue sky, but that's fine. I'll come back to it later. But there's quite a few things on our tier list here that are things that are really popularized in media, that are more commonplace and a lot more accepted these days than they used to be. Now, granted, there's some things that are more common in like specific types of media than in like the mainstream stuff. Another good example would be if you're reading a web novel and one of the bigger tropes would the preference between circumcised. Hold on, hang on. I just had a notification pop up that covered that. Hold on. Would the preference between circumcised and not be considered a fetish because that exists? It is a type of fetish. However, I don't think it's necessarily commonplace or known as a fetish, simply because a lot of different places will, depending on where you're born, it's going to be something that happens or not. A lot of that has to do with like really like religion or region. There's some specific hospitals, like you're born, you popped out, and then they're like, hey, you want to do this surgery on your child? And it's like commonplace. And then there's some that like, that's a thing. Babe, sorry, I'm not into your hood. Snip time. Yeah, basically. Oh, mind control. Yes, yeah, mind control is getting super vanilla. And also, in terms of like fetishized content, intersex. Intersex is also widely connected. And pet play, oh my god, you're gonna make me pull back out the list. Yeah, hypno is basically, yeah, that's pretty high on the list. Okay, we're gonna pull back out the list. Okay, where would we, you know what, honestly, I would probably place hypno above mpreg, actually. I would place that above mpreg, and then I would, it's people not wanting to think, intersex is the same category as futa. Yeah, basically. But now they have to claim it's something new. It's new and fresh. I'm like, no, it's basically the same thing, bruh. Let's see, what else? Pet play. You know what? I think pet play is actually below bondage. It's still pretty high up there on the list. Pet play. Yeah, that's pretty high on the list. And you know what? There's some points where some people will be like, oh, I think bondage and pet play are the same thing. And I'm like, they can be the same thing, but they're technically not the same thing. There's different things that overlap on them, but they're completely different. It's all about power play dynamics. Thank you so much for adding to the Chappers and Mycelia challenge in the middle of our discussion, Levi. I'm so sorry you had to come in while we were talking about this. Yeah, people wouldn't think twice if you do bondage, but tell them you eat out of a doggy bowl and you'll get a lot of confusion. Yeah, exactly. You know, there's a whole I don't want to jump into that on stream. But there's a whole like subgenre of things that are similar but very, very different once you actually like get into them, you know. Definitely bondage and pet play are very, very high up on that list. And then you also have different types of like power dynamics and stuff like that. I think those are also pretty often that's confused with bondage, where you have power plays. So I'm gonna put power plays probably below bondage but above pet play, because technically they're different things, but it can play into a lot of different things. I feel like that's a damn good list. Look how good that list is. I have to make it smaller so we can fit everything on. And I think we have a BDSM zone. We do indeed. We do indeed. CNC. CNC. I'm not familiar with that acronym. Which is very weird to mention, I guess. Are you kidding me? We're talking about CBT is the only acronym you know. Oh my. There's quite a few that... Oh, consensual non-consent. Yeah, that's another big one. That's another big one I feel like has been kind of... I think that's above board, to be honest with you. Yeah, we're gonna just type it CNC. I'm for sure going to be putting that on there. That's another one that has been very much... It's a lot more commonplace. And it's yeah, like wake up stuff for sure. Yeah, wake up stuff. And you know, another really weird one that I've seen pretty often is like when someone's asleep. You know, it's the unconscious dynamic. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of that at all. No. Yeah. Let's see, what else? What else is a pretty common one? Your morbid curiosity is preventing you from leaving. You're also wondering how far this goes. I know, right? I should change the title of our stream. Ranking. What is normal? I'm not gonna put like we're ranking fetishes on my stream title because then we'll get a bunch of weirdos in. Yeah, completely unconscious throughout is a no-no. It's a super no-no. There's a lot of, actually there's quite a bit of stuff on the list that is like definitely not for me. And I think unconsciousness ranks pretty high up there. I'm just gonna type uncon. And I'm gonna put that below power plays but above pet plays. No, I'm gonna put it below futa, below hypno actually, on con or sleep. Yeah, it's like replay. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of replay. Yeah, not a big fan of replay at all. The question of ages is what is normal. Yeah, exactly. Do we even count rim jobs as a fetish now? It's not. It's just oral, guys. That just counts as oral. That doesn't count as like anything like on the list. Okay, that I don't think that ranks on the list. Okay, the list is like specific fetishes. like that's pretty normal. That's like above like super normal. It's just like foreplay. Yeah, exactly. That's just foreplay. That's just super normal. This is not where I thought this stream was gonna go, guys. This is not where I thought we were gonna go. This is not it. This is when I started stream. This is not what I thought we were gonna do today. At all. But you know, it just happens. Sometimes you get on a topic and we just you make rank lists. I think another one that I've seen quite a bit of would be, I'm not talking like stuff that's, do we have to ask who would be appalled? Your grandma, a Mormon? Dude, everybody's gonna be, some people, just sheer life itself is appalled at this list, okay? Okay, some things on this list are just, yeah. Biting to leave scars is common. Dude, biting is so common. Biting and leaving marks is common. That doesn't even make the list. Biting to leave scars, that's not that crazy. Wait, is it crazy? Shit, I feel like I don't know what normal is anymore, guys. That means biting open wounds. I mean, sort of. Oh, I mean, it's not really common, but like wound play is the thing. Marking is a little crazy. I mean, okay, marking would lead into ABO content. I would say that's into ABO content. Shh, streamer bot, quit giving me warnings. Branding and cutting, but I don't feel like that's been like normalized. I don't think it's like vanillaized. It's not like commonplace in a lot of stuff. Biting is, but I don't think cutting or like wound inflicting is. Let's see what else. Biting, scratching overall is, yeah, overall is, but I feel like specific types of biting and infliction definitely is not. Yeah, but to make scars with biting, you need to bite hard enough to literally tear flesh. It only takes a pound of pressure to break skin. It's not as hard as you think it is. Yeah, or have sharp teeth. That's very true. You can have sharp teeth. You can have fangs. Little fangs. I feel like, what else is another big one that is become like commonplace? It's hard. I know. I never said it's hard, but that's close to cannibalism. It is very close to cannibalism. That's why vor is on the list. I would count that under vor. And there's a big difference between people fantasizing and actually engaging in some of these. Very true. Some of these are incredibly unrealistic, and you are not able to actually enact them in a healthy manner. Oh, size play. Size play has been very, I've seen a ton of it, like very super commonplace, like giantess type stuff. I'm gonna do size play. I'm gonna add that to the list. Boom, that's on the list. Oh wait, I feel like it ranks higher than some of these. I feel like it's higher than inflation. I would probably put it under like below mpreg. So like size play is up here on the list, for sure. Yeah, for sure. That's like up there. Yeah, 9 foot tall ladies is so common. Oh shit, you're so right. Okay, let's put it below NTR then. Yeah, let's put it below NTR. I feel like it's below NTR for sure. It's pretty high up there, but it's not. It's giant woman. Yeah, I'm gonna put it below NTR. God, it's a giant woman. Yeah, that's pretty high on there. God, you hate NTR. As do again. Some of these things I do not agree with at all. Hi, thank you for clocking in, Sam. Yeah, like the Resident Evil lady. All I can say is we love giants ladies here, guys. It's a whole thing in the best story One Piece. Yeah. Agreed. I feel like giant lady stuff she's a pillar of our community for sure. I feel like giant lady stuff is pretty high up there in the really normalized stuff. Honestly, choking is so close to vanilla, and I feel like giant lady is also so close to vanilla. It could probably be above NTR, to be honest with you. You know what? I'm gonna put it above to NTR. I feel like after thinking about it, I feel like it's at the top of the list. You know what? You can get a lot of people to admit to liking, like, oh my god, that man is so tall. Oh my god, that lady's so tall. You know, like that I feel like that's at the top of our list. That is so close to just being super normalized. Okay, guys, that is so close to being like super normalized. I feel, hang on, I gotta move my list up. We're getting a lot of stuff here. I want them to pick me up. Yes. As a 6'6" guy, you glad? You're mostly oblivious. No. We need a second row. We need a second tower. I can add more. I can do another list here. All right, we're gonna do another list, and then we'll have 2 lists to play from. So and then I would like the background opacity to be here, and then on this, you know what? Another one. It's not. We hit a second tower. We did indeed hit a second tower of fetishes. I think another one that I've seen where it's the you can mention it, Shuna. You can mention it. It's fine. It's pretty normalized at this point to make jokes about it. I mean, I lived through the event. Many others my age have all lived through the event. It's so racially insensitive. It's fine, Shuna. It's fine. I'm saying it's fine. But I think another big one would be punishment. That's a pretty big one. That is not like spank me. Like that's so close to vanilla. I feel like it ranks high. Like punishment play. Is it a part of BDSM? Would you call it a part of BDSM? Yeah, you would call it that? Okay, I'll remove it then. So it's still so I'll just leave that so we don't lose the bar. Let's see, what else has been like super common that has religious play. Oh yeah, religious play is super high up there. This definitely is worthy of the first on the second list. Okay, that is not how you spell that at all. Give me a second. I-G-I-O-U-S. There's 2 L's in there. There's not need to be 2 L's in there. Yeah, religious play, that's pretty high up there. Race stuff is too common. Yeah, but I'm not putting it on the list. That's not vanilla-ized. Religious play definitely is. I've seen Take Me to Church, Daddy, too many times for my liking. And when I say daddy or mommy, I mean in like a gender neutral way, by the way, guys. Okay, we're all about the neutrality. You never heard that? Look, I'm just saying there's some things that I'm probably exposed to that you probably are not exposed to. All the deconstructed Christians? Agreed. Yeah, they pretty much make up that list. Like they get their whole own list there. Take Me to Church, Daddy is wild. You've never heard that? Oh my god, it was a big thing there for quite a little bit, especially with that one Hoser song where it's like, take me to church. If you haven't listened to that song, you should go listen to that song. You're chuckling. Well, haven't you heard the, I've been so bad, I need to confess. Forgive me, Father, for I've sinned. I'm sorry, Daddy, I've been naughty. Exactly. 100%. I feel like my alcohol's getting pretty low. Let's see, what else is another one that I feel like has been like common? Let me think. Furry? That's practically vanilla. I mean, I'll put it on the top of the list, but I feel like that's like practically vanilla. That's like practically vanilla. Yeah, it's pretty normalized. It's pretty normalized. Let's see, what else? What else has been super normalized? Would you count like, it's not necessarily BD. Oh, you know what? We have bondage on here, but we don't have like straight up BDSM. Hang on, let me put this on here. This is also, I would probably put it higher than religious play. BDSM is probably like way up here and towards the vanilla status. Like, granted, there's different levels of stuff. Like, there's different levels of stuff that's, like, acceptable. But I feel like BDSM is, like, pretty high on that list of stuff that's, like, normalized. Bondage is, like, its own thing. Because there's different types of it. Dude, Shy having a full furry model and no one batting an eye is proof of that 100%. And Buff Pup as well. Oh my god, I love Buff Pup. She's amazing. But there's so many of them that have like full on like furry models, and like nobody bats an eye. Cat girls, everybody loves a good cat girl. Cat boys, everybody loves a good cat boy. There's just something about that just scratches that little itch. But yeah, I mean, also thinking outside of the internet. Oh yeah, outside of the internet as well. I think what's been super normalized as a fetish, paying high prices for groceries. That's, I mean, some people it is. I'm sure there's someone out there that's like, oh yeah, that's what gets me going. High prices on groceries. Military ladies, I think honestly military ladies I would probably put that under power play, because it has to do with like being in charge. I would probably put military ladies, depending on the context. Villain, but that could be under power play too. Villain could be under power play unless it's like a super villain, and then it would be under like superhero fetishism. Would that count? Yeah, I'm gonna put it under religious play, where it's like superhero stuff. Hi, over. I'm so sorry, you have come in at the weirdest time. At the weirdest time. I'm gonna put superhero villain stuff. Hi, over. You have walked in. So we are categorizing fetishes right now in terms of cosplay. Cosplay is another pretty big one. I would also put that pretty high up there. I would probably put it underneath the superhero stuff. It could be a subgenre of it. Cosplay fetishism is pretty high up there because it can lead into a lot of the other type stuff. It's still pretty vanilla. You know, depending on the cosplay. Let's see what else. I was thinking, when cosplay over superhero, you think cosplay? Yeah, probably cosplay over superhero. I agree. Cosplay over superhero. Having known a lot of cosplayers, that's, yeah. Let's see. It's over encompassing it. You think so? And what if we did it this way? What if we did superhero and then we came back and we did like a little dash, like superhero and villain? Because that would be like a kind of like a sub sandwich, a sub genre of that. I would classify that as like being below it. I feel like it would definitely be a below it, or like underneath it in some form of fashion, because let's be honest, a lot of cosplaying stuff is all about the different couples and the different. I think we got a flat tire. What do you mean you got a flat tire? We're not driving anywhere. You're gonna be worked to justifiably. You're gonna be oh fuck! Don't be late to work. Oh, you mean like a legitimate flat tire? I was trying to sit there and be like, what the fuck kind of fetish is a flat tire? No. Oh god. Do you have a spare? Do you know how to change a tire?
Here I come to save the die/suck.
Thank you, Over. We were indeed missing the suck for the day. Other guys are on it. Fuck yeah. It's always good to know how to change a tire. Would you classify like a damsel in distressing underneath like infantilism, like underneath that where you're acting helpless and everything? Would you count that as like underneath that, or would you count it as like its own fetish? Sorry, I'm not like saying that you are acting that way, Shuna. I'm just saying that that's what made me think of, because I know somebody who acted like they couldn't change a tire and they would call this really hot guy to try and come and change the tire so that they would have a chance to hit on them. Washing machine? Oh, I just thought of one. Hi! You came in at the wrong time. I'm so sorry. Hi, welcome first time chatter. I'm so sorry. Hi, Manuel. Okay, I think another fetish that has been sort of really publicized and really, no, it's still fringe. Okay, so it's still kind of count for that. I think I figured up another one that's been pretty commonplace is the help me step bro. So I would say some Alabama-ing would be, it's not necessarily normalized, but it's definitely widely viewed. Okay, so okay, I'm so sorry you came in at the wrong time. So it started off as a joke where we were talking about different types of fetish content, and we made a joke and we talked about different fetishes, and now we're ranking fetishes by what we think is like common and stuff. So here on our side here we have a list of fetishes that are like so common that they're almost close to vanilla. So we have like choking and like size play, like oh my god that's a giant woman, and then we have like NTR and stuff. Like farts are also common, but I would think that I think farts falls under spit and sweat in like the bodily function stuff. I'm so sorry, this is the worst, absolute worst stream you could have come in on. I'm so sorry, Vadel. You know what, considering the last time I was here I was having a conversation about book mechanics in D&D, this was probably expected. Look, we get on weird subjects all the time, and shit like this is not uncommon, but it's the first time we've been ranking them. And it's science because we're writing it down. Okay. Step sibling is like ubiquitous. Very true. So I would say incest. I would say incest is pretty high up there on stuff that's been like normalized, and it's pretty popular in current media. But I don't think it's as high. I think it's like the first tier list. I feel like it's below inflation. Yeah, step family, aka taboo. Hi, Mycelia. It's been a while. How's things going? One tarnation. I'm so sorry, Tempest. I'm so sorry. For context. Why is everybody coming in right now? For context, we're ranking fetishes in terms of things that we think are like commonplace or so talked about they're almost practically vanilla, like choking, NTR, and like stuff that's really popularized in a lot of media. It is just chatting. That's very true. It is just chatting. I'm so sorry. Last time I was here, we were having a wonderful conversation about books and how that affects your player stats in D&D. Yeah, I know. Should have kept it on Vampire Night. No, this is fine. With all the affection in the world, I'm not sure context is saving you. Yeah, it's probably not. Anyway, I think incest is probably below Mpreg. I'm gonna put below Mpreg. So it's the first tier list. No, I think it's lower than spit, sweat, and farts. I'm gonna put farts on there, and I think fuck. I just blanked. What am I typing? Incest. That's not spelled correctly, but it's fine. Anyway, as I was saying, I do not support the majority of all the stuff on this list. Okay, the majority of all the stuff in this list is intense, and some of it is definitely not bodily possible, and some of it is just wrong. But we're ranking stuff in terms of like popularity in media, and I feel like the first list is pretty intense, and we're trying to come up with stuff for a second list. So we have two columns. The easiest way to figure out what is a fetish but is normalized is read a book talk book and write down, oh, you know what? That reminds me. Growling. Like, I don't want to say bestial play, but like that, you know? I think that would count under furry. I feel like that would count under furry. You know what? Just for equine dicks, basically vanilla now. Yeah, that I would classify that underneath furry. I feel like that would fall underneath furry. Do not mix furry and feral. Oh, you think feral is its own genre? I'm sorry, what? Look, horsecock is a big thing in the furry community. I'm just saying. There are so many that will, yeah, okay, so I think, okay, fine then, fine. In our second list, our second column, I'm going to put, yeah, that one furry test. Yeah, 100% that one furry test. I think it depends on the context of how you present the horsage dick stuff. Holy shit, you just only just now read the list. I mean, there's a reason I keep pointing towards it. There's a reason. This is not what we started stream off with. No ads. But yes, I think I'm gonna have to add feral or out of control. Yeah, I'm gonna add feral or out of control onto our second tier, our second column, and I think I'm gonna put it underneath cosplay. Feral or wild. I'm gonna put feral or wild. No pun intended. So glad you subbed for this. Speaking of which, because we are waiting on an ad. Nobody can see this right now except for those who have subbed. Ha. You know what? What if I just left it like this and I just don't say anything, so that when they come back from the ads, they'll just be like, "What happened, Mycelia?" And I'll be like, "What are you talking about? Nothing has changed." I can't do that. I'll do that later when I think about it, if I think about it. Let's see, what else? You're off base. I am indeed off base. The funniest thing you've heard of the cosplay category is one-time joke where they did a gender swap version of King Kong and How I Met Your Mother. Would that count? Would gender play? No, we have gender play on here. So technically Futa femboys, that would be gender play. But that is very funny. That is hilarious. I would 100% watch any kind of content that had a gender bent King Kong in there. I would watch it. I would watch it. Not in like for like kinky stuff, but just because it would be funny. I'm so sorry, Levi. Transformation? Is it common? Gender play definitely has some popular animations. It has a lot of popular animations. That's why on our first list, our first column, we do have we have Futa and femboys. So I would call that gender play just a little bit, as well as like in anything that has to do with that would be underneath. I would classify it underneath that. now granted, these are not politically correct terms of any fashion. Don't look at any of your watch lists today. Totally didn't have oh, now I'm your sister on it. Transformation overall. Okay, I'll allow transformation. I'm gonna put it below cosplay, but I'm gonna put it above feral, because I feel like cosplay is pretty close to it, and transformation is pretty high up there. Yeah. You should nuke this VOD. No, I'm gonna keep it. It's fine. If anyone says anything, I mean, it happens. This one, I'm not upset about this VOD. It's fine. Oh no, it's not like it's an 18 plus VOD anyway. It's okay. There is no VOD. I'm leaving the VOD. What's a vid? A VOD! Oh, you know what? What's another big one that is pretty common? No, please, no nuke the VOD. I'm not nuking it. I'm keeping the VOD because I'm going to pull clips from it. Another one, I think, is like voyeurism. That is another pretty big one. I'm going to put it below... I'm going to put it above religious... No. I'm gonna put it above cosplay. No. Do you think it ranks higher? Both voyeur and exposition. Yeah, I agree. Both of those probably are about the same equally. I think they also get to go below BDSM, above religious play. I think those both yeah, both of those are for sure the exact same. It's you know, it's just show it, not show it. But watching, it's the watching thing. I do believe that is pretty high up on the list. What's another one that we can think of? Oh, this list is not centered. That's gonna bother me. Center. There we go. Much better. Oh, another one I think has been relatively normalized, which I do not support a majority of all these things. 99% of all these things, it's fucking weird. Don't do these. It's okay like in media, but definitely not okay in real life. Stalking. I believe stalking is another one that is pretty common, almost sort of normalized, almost sort of vanilla in terms of raking. I would probably put it above transformation though. I think it's above transformation, below cosplay. Like stalking, yeah, the yandere stuff, you know what, yeah, probably underpraised though. Yeah, I agree. Depending on its fantasy and I can't read that out loud right now. My brain is dead. I've had a lot to drink. Base people, bestiality, yeah, okay, so we have furry, we do have furry on the list, and we also have feral and wild, which are like a little bit different. I would probably put, depending on like what variation it is, if it's like wild and out of control beast, feral, and if it's like somebody who is like in their right mind, they just happen to be into a lot of animal stuff, furry. So I do have both of those on the list. Those are both on the list. I think another one that is that's furry, and like a vampire can be feral but not furry. Exactly. Feral is literally animal fucker. No, feral is not. Feral is like out of control or wild. Like unreleased animal typeage. That's bestiality, Shuna. That's completely different. Yeah, that's what it means in RP. Well, we're not just... Yeah. yeah, Oz, that's what it is. So you're awake at 4 a.m., so you're absolutely damned off your knocker. It's okay.
No vid, no VOD, don't worry, come eat some cod.
Yeah, no, we're leaving the VOD, it's fine. If people get mad, they can watch the whole thing. I'm gonna pull clips from it. And I feel like in terms of in terms of bestiality, well, yes, again, I do not support the majority of stuff on this list. In fact, probably about 99% of this is not okay in like real life stuff at all. But in terms of like bestiality, I do believe that you can put the overall the overall arcing stuff in here, but I feel like it's not necessarily common in a lot of media. You have it split definitely into like furry and then like wild and feral stuff. It's not necessarily like that. I don't want to put it on the list. Man, you could go for going to the chippy right now, but it's like 4 a.m. You just got dragged to Morocco by your friends, but hey, free holiday. Ooh, nice. Yeah, most kinks are super fucked up if you think about them. Oh god, I'm so sorry, I burped. The majority of them are all completely fucked up. And in fact, a lot of stuff on this list, not possible in real life. There's quite a few stuff on here that are like morally, socially, and like wrong on so many different levels. But hey, people are into it and it's popularized in media. But yeah. I don't know. Can you guys think of anything else? I can think of one. What do you mean you don't swallow your homies whole? At this moment, Sweet Home Alabama begins to play on radio. Incest is on the list. It's on the first column. It's like right here. What are you doing, step bro? You know, like that's already on the list. Oh, you can't do that because you don't have your sharp knives with you. Oh, big sad. But yeah, there's quite a bit that if you don't realize it, it's in a lot of like different media, like movies, books, TV, comics. A lot of it is really pretty socialized, like introduced into society as like this thing that they can use for beats in a story, which is not cool. Some of these are pretty weird. Some of these are really weird, guys. Some of these are really, really weird. What were we doing today? Oh, we were playing Vampire Night, but I think honestly we're gonna chill. We're gonna chill. Oh shit, I was gonna say like damsel in distress stuff, but we have power plays on here already, so I feel like power plays is on there, and I think that already probably falls underneath that. I think what else? Oh, I just thought of one. I know monsters can be a fetish, but IDK where that falls under. Monster fucker. Where would monster fucker... Dragons are not their own category. They fall underneath monster fuckers, okay? And monster fuckers belongs on the list. Let's put it on the list. But here's the question. Where does it belong on our list? Do we believe it ranks higher than cosplay or lower? I would say it's probably just under transformation. I would say it's just under transformation, not necessarily a part of transformation, but again, some of these overlap with each other. I would say monster fucker. Monster fucker is above transformation. You think it's above transformation? I don't know, man. Transformation was super popular in DeviantArt for like a super long time. I'll put it above transformation for right now, unless I can hear any good excuse as to why it should rank below transformation. If you read a book talk book where there's unfortunately books that make the, sexual assault somewhat normalized as enemies to lovers sort of thing. Yeah, okay, so I think, hang on, that deserves its own wording. Give it a second. So, monster fucker. Dude, if I pull any clips from this stream, it's gonna be horrific. I think which is super fucked up. It doesn't get traction on Twitter or Blue Sky or Reddit currently. It doesn't get any traction on it currently. It used to be super popular. We have, so CNC. So CNC over here. First list up here. up here across. That is consensual non-consent, which is, oh no, bad thing. Rain is happening, but we consent to it type deal. Which again, I don't agree with, but it's fine. It's on the list because it's in a lot of popular media. I think another thing is enemies to lovers. I'd probably count that under probably like power play, just a little bit. Let me think. What else? Oh, I have Cheez-Its right here. I know some people get off on torture. Oh yeah, torture porn is a really big thing. So I feel like I did have punishment on here, but we had put that under BDSM. Let's go ahead and put that underneath. We'll actually do like torture play. That is not how you spell that at all. T-O-R-T-U-R-E. Torture play. And again, there's different levels for some of these. Some of these, it's like torture play would be like, oh, I'm tickling you. And some of them would be like, I'm cutting you open and dissecting you. You're supposed to be at work in 5 minutes. Oh my God, have they not finished changing that tire yet? Every time someone threatens you with ruining your reputation, motherfucker. What reputation? Bitch, we are so far down here. You think I have a reputation? Really? I think it's kind of stuck. Oh, did the bolts rust on it? Hopefully they didn't. Sorry, my tracking is a little off. My main spotlight is actually dead. Did you actually put goddamn? Yeah, we did. We did. Yeah, it's on here. It's uncon or sleep. That is on the first column. Again, I do not support the majority of things on this list. 99% of these. Yeah, I did. Here, I'll put it. I'll put it on. I'll do underneath sleep, unconscious. I'll put that on there. I'll put that on there. S-O-M-M-O. There we go. There we go. It's on there. Thank you. I'll take a big old chip ship. It is my watermelon margarita though. Yep. But yeah. Now it's just hilarious to me that it's on there at all. Well, Shuna had brought it up earlier, so you know. Yeah. Let's see what else. What is super normalized these days? What is super normalized these days? I think another... It wasn't you first. That's true. It was not you first. It's super good. It's a watermelon margarita. It's amazing. Lactation? Yeah, I agree. Lactation is pretty high on that list. I'm gonna put it on our second list. I'm gonna put it above... I'm gonna put it above BDSM. No, I'm gonna put it below BDSM. Lactation. 99%. I feel like these are all morally no-nos. I mean, MPEG is morally correct. Okay, MPEG is on here. I fully support MPEG. Yeah, I fully support MPEG. And some of these are okay, like BDSM, furry, bondage. Some of these are perfectly fine as long as you have like a willing partner and you guys have talked and everyone is consenting and adults and the whole shebang like that. Yeah, that's why they're fetishes. That's why they're fetishes. Lactation is good. Lactation is good. What do you mean styles? Like specific styles of fetishes? Oh yeah, a lot of them have gray areas. There's points in even the most like quote unquote normal ones where like the most vanilla ones where you can take it too far. Like for example, big example, BDSM. You have to have specific things in place, safety procedures, safety words, things and ways to handle stuff in case stuff goes wrong, and fully consenting and everything else like that. People fetishizing goths or other similar things, I could see that. What would we qualify that underneath though? Like, does it have maybe a fetishization of a specific like style? That way we could do a couple of them underneath. It's kind of under the cosplay same vibe. You think so? Okay, so let me change cosplay. I'm gonna do cosplay and cosplay. I'm gonna get rid of the superhero villain stuff because that would fall underneath power play. So I'm gonna put cosplay, and then I'm gonna put style underneath. So cosplay style. So like clothing style. So like you call that under cosplay? Yeah, I would call it under cosplay too. So cosplay or style, so like goths or something similar to that. In case in point for BDSM is the scene from Eurotrip. A lot of yeah. You think the jack failed? Oh, fuck. Are the bolts frozen on your tire? Are they rusted? You just need to get yourself somebody who's thick to jump on the jack. So other things would include tomboy or e-girl. Don't know the female gaze equivalent. Femboy, or futa. That would probably fall underneath that, and that's on our first column. That is specifically right here, right there. And I would say that also has to do with like intersex fetishism, and that would probably fall underneath that. Your back hurts from that. What the fuck? Uh-oh. We felt the car jerk down. Did it fall off the jacks? Did it fall? Are you guys okay? You're not sure why Nightbot has integrated dad jokes. Oh. Because I added that in. I love dad jokes. So if you say I'm, or anything like I'm tired, I'm sad, I'm happy, I'm whatever, Nightbot goes, hi happy, I'm Nightbot. I added that in. I did not make the code for that. I got it from another streamer and they said, hey, I saw you like Nightbot. You want some stuff that'll really fuck up your chat? And I said, yes, give it to me. And they said, okay, here you go. Would ASMR be considered a fetish? Yeah, it's a fetish. ASMR would for sure. I think that rate's actually higher than lactation. I feel like that's higher than lactation. Because ASMR is so absolutely normalized. No, I think it's higher than BDSM, but lower than furry. Because a lot of people like ASMR. That's definitely one that, yeah, we're gonna put ASMR. ASMR. And I also think like mukbang or eating play should also be on there pretty high, but I feel like it's going to be higher than feral or transformation. So I'm going to do eating over slash under eating. Yeah, food play. Yeah, food play in general. Yeah, food play. Eating play in general. I agree. That should definitely also be in there. You're however considering finding mukbangs just make you hungry, dude. So I like mukbangs simply because when I eat, I don't like to eat alone. I like eating with other people. I feel like that makes me eat better because I have an issue. I have issues with eating, guys. I'm big surprise. Hang on, I'm picking up my cup because it's full of Cheez-Its. I'm gonna have some Cheez-Its. So I like mukbangs because it makes me feel like I'm not eating alone. You're so confused about how this stuff got so vanilla-ed. We don't know, which is why we started making the list, because we're like, that's weird. How many things are considered like normal when it's actually is like a higher range fetish or something that maybe is like, how normal is normal, you know? Yeah, they're good cheeses too. They're very salty. But yeah. So this is like super normalized stuff. You're going to make Nightbot make so many dad jokes. Do it. You can do it on the Discord too. By the way, if you do !Discord, it should allow you to join the Discord. There is an application process. However, if you come and chatted on stream and you say, hey, this is me on Twitch, or if you know me from someplace else, we'll let you in if you've chatted and you seem pretty cool. A lot of tips of icebergs are in view. A lot of icebergs are in view right now. There's so many things on this list right here that leads into other like much darker stuff that like in movies or music or something else like that, these things are all joked about and they lead to much darker things. I can feel that margarita hitting and I feel like I need more. You know what's another big thing that I feel like is really shit, what's it called when you like serial killers? It's not common, but it's kind of funny to mention. Yeah. Like, I feel like for the average person, if you ask them about, their answer would probably be like a foot thing. Yeah. That's why we have feet. Feet started us making this list, and we wanted to know how normalized things are. Feet and armpits, I think, are about the same. Oh, I didn't give it to you. Hold on. Wait, hang on. Popsicle dildo? There's certain things I can't say on stream. Why did that not give you that? It's not giving that. Okay, that's fine. I'll send an invite here now. How dare it do that? How dare it? Copy. Okay, it's fine. It's not giving. Okay, I'm gonna do Discord invite. There we go. For some reason, it didn't want to do it properly, but that's fine.
Now that's one big mushroom.
Thank you for calling. I only follow cool fellas. Congratulations, you have dropped in on the weirdest stream. Oh, is it Discord? Is it just Discord? Anyway, there's your Discord right there. Without the exclamation, it should have the exclamation in it. We are ranking fetishes that have been very normalized. I'm a little into my margarita right now, which is fine. Oh, it did work. Okay. Anyway, so again, some of the stuff on this list, not physically possible. Some of the stuff in the list, very morally incorrect, but it's very popularized in a lot of media. And I want to know how normal is normal. What is normal? What qualifies as weird? And what's regular? You know, what's vanilla? I think choking is pretty vanilla, but you know, my views apparently are very skewed. Hang on, Shuna had said something that was really funny that I was like, wait a second, and that was the popsicle dildos. Yeah, I would say that's pretty. I mean, I think just sex toys in general, not necessarily. I don't think those are pretty vanilla. I'd say that's so vanilla it doesn't even qualify as being on the list of questionable vanilla things. I would say a lot of stuff that you see online is specifically for, yeah, sex toys is a whole category in vanilla, 100% whole category in vanilla. Now, there's some, again, like everything else on this list, there's some that at the very tip of the iceberg is very normal, and at the very bottom of the iceberg is very oh my god, iffy or crazy. Or I mean, just for a good example, just look at Bad Dragon. Again, this is an 18+ stream. I have no problem talking about this. There's a reason we're talking about this right here. Weird to note you think sex toys for women are more normalized than those for men. I agree, but I think men overall get a little bit of a wider variety of toys. No, we're not talking about that right now. We're talking about fetishes. Don't you derail this train any more than you have, sir. Do not derail this train any more than you have. We're already on this. Okay, you've applied. Okay. Do not derail us. We're not done with our tier list here. Mom, you've seen more dildo types than guy toys. Yeah, but it's all the same. It's the same basic toy. Just because it has a fancy skin in game does not mean it's a different gun. It's the same gun. It's just pink and has ribs on it now. It's the same gun. Look, the gun is different shaped. Yeah, but it serves the same function. If it's a dildo, it's a dildo, and it's the same kind. I don't care if it has beads embedded in it. It's still the same. It's basically do not make us make a tier list of different types of dildos. That's a whole nother stream that I cannot do on stream here. Then all guy toys. No, because okay. For context, I've sold sex toys before. Okay. For context, guy toys have a wide range of different things. There's at least a particular division of the council. There is a particular. You know what? Is this gonna be one of those things that we look? Guys get guys have a wider range of stuff. All I'm saying is that there's a little bit more creativity. This is an ADHD blob appreciates this. Yes. But we're not talking about this. We're not gonna debate sex toys right now. That belongs on another site. Okay, we're not doing that right now. This already is skirting a little close to the guidelines. Should I put my title 18 plus only? I'm gonna put it in my title. 18 plus only. There. And I'll put it here. 18 plus stream. 18 plus mature content. 18 mature language. Yeah. I have said a lot of bad words at the stream. Sorry, it's for it here, not in general. Yeah, nah. There's no reason to be sorry. I think it's so funny though, because I'm look, all I'm saying is this list wouldn't exist if I did not allow it to exist. And if I wasn't so ADHD, we would not be here in the beginning, considering we started with Vampire Hunter and then we ended up here for some reason. Hey, at least it's not like I've had streams before. I've literally had a stream where I talked about like the proper procedure for lactation. Like if you're lactating, like proper care and stuff for that. Oh my god. Okay, so on that note, I have to tell you guys, I was reading this one book one time. And they had lactation play in it. No, that's not what I came for. I came for the plot. I literally came into the story to read about it for the plot. Okay, and they had lactation play in here. There's no warnings. I did not know it was going to be in here in the book at all. There's no warnings, there's no tags. I was very thrown off by it. And the way it was not minotaurs, it had no minotaurs in it. That was a whole nother book. But it had lactation play in it, and it was so wrong. They did it so wrong that like they did it in a way that was like not biologically possible. And that's not how titties work. That's not how boobs work. That's not how any of that works. And I was like, no. I never write reviews. I wrote a review and I said, that's not how that works. That's not how any of that works. Yeah, a lot of what you're thinking about just falls under monster fucker. Normal, oh my god, Mossy, this is not the stream for you. Mossy, this is not the stream for you. Mossy, right now we are currently rating fetishes by how normalized they are in media content. And I don't think this is the stream for you, babe. I don't think this is the stream for you. It's really fucking yeah, your medical inaccuracy sickens me and turns me off. Agreed. Let's just say, Mossy, that we have been, peruse our list. How normal do you think choking is? Is it vanilla? It's in a lot of media these days. What about bondage? What about frenemies? Friends to, enemies to friends to lovers. That's a power play dynamic. That's fetish content. As soon as I saw your name pop up, Mossy, I was like, oh my god, Mossy, this is not the stream for you. Choking? You don't have any fetishes, but it's fun to see a strong guy get choked. Is that a fetish? No, Mossy, but it's okay. You're more than welcome to hang. I just can't guarantee that you're gonna come across stuff that won't be a little intense. I'm just saying. I mean, we already have Monster Fucker on here. Monster Fucker is already on our list, so I don't think we have to worry about that. Vomit inducing?
Celia's review is pretty much that in not how the boobies work. You did it wrong.
You did it wrong. That is not how boobies work. That is not how boobies work, and I'm mad that's not how boobies work. Your model be looking great though. Thank you. Thank you. It's not working as great as it was earlier because one of my main lights again turned off. So it's yeah. So I mean, it looks great though. I'm pretty happy with it. Granted, because I generally tend to use the GIF version. The GIF version is literally the exact same as this. The GIF version is just I set it up and I told it what I wanted to do and then exported the GIF. 0 to 10 book dicks can't move like that. Exactly. Okay, in relation to our list here, I have a funny story. I have a funny story, and I have to give you a little context before I give you the funny story to make it make sense just a little bit. It does have to do with fetishes. Your immersion is broken, your day is ruined. For sure. And it has to do with what Shuna's talking about right now, with things like breaking immersion and not being not in context. Okay. So I was reading another book this one time, and I was going through and I was reading it, and it was very sex-based, okay? It was a recommendation from one of my gal pals, which means it was probably a book talk at some point. But anyway, I read through the tags and I was like, okay, yeah, not that bad. I could read through it, and the parts with sex, I'll just skip over because that's not what I'm here for. I'm here for the other stuff. And I go through and I'm reading through it, and at each chapter at the start, they will give warnings if stuff is in it. So if it's like 18 plus rating content in that particular chapter, they tell you so you can skip that chapter. And sometimes they'll tell you the warning for what is inside of the chapter in the warning. So they'll be like, oh, watch out, there's pain play or whatever in this. It's funny if you miss plot in the sex. Agreed. That's why I go through, if I don't want to read the sex, I'll just look at the comments, and the comments will be like, oh, you missed this, because a lot of my girl pals will be like, oh, I don't want to read this, but here's what you need. Anyway, for context, they had the warnings at the top of the chapters and the information of what was contained in it. The only chapter in one of the books that one of my gal pals had sent me had a warning for cross-dressing in it, but previously there were 6 chapters. 6 chapters full of smut that had no warnings, and I'm talking that had like some weird shit in it, like stuff on this list in it, okay? That had like stuff on this list in it, and none of those were given any warnings, and but the cross-dressing had a warning. I'm like, bitch, who cares if he's in a skirt? I don't give a shit. You have to let me know if there's some weird piss play in a chapter. I'm not reading that. for context. And like, I don't know why cross-dressing had to have a warning, but the piss play 4 chapters ahead didn't. Like, that's weird shit. Okay, that is weird shit. Back to what we're talking about, though. Anyway, what is some common fetishes that you guys have seen that have been normalized? Just a little homophobia. Yeah, people so scared of breaking eggs. Exactly. Look, I appreciate a man in heels. I appreciate a man in a short skirt. I appreciate a man in a corset. Because they were made for men. You might go declare this to your trans friends so you can support the trans council. I fully endorse the trans council. I am a very big fan of many of my trans friends, and all. Oh my god. Okay. This is gonna sound a left field, but it has. Can't romance be a fetish? What you mean? Just like romance in general? I could picture that. I have something to send to you. I could see romance as a fetish, but it's pretty vanilla. Like, if you're talking like you meet across the bar and you make eye contact with someone and you feel like fluttery and everything else like that, like having feelings and everything, then I could understand that. But if it's more like romance and like there's power play or something involved, I could see that. When you say this specifically, you mean you're going to report the cross-dressing warnings to them? Oh yeah. I believe clothes aren't gendered. Wear pants, wear skirts, wear corsets, wear high heels. Everybody looks good in long nails. I think everybody looks good in long hair. I feel like if you don't have any hair and you're bald, that's also equally sexy. If you are... fuck, everybody looks good in a corset too. Damn, there's so many things that everybody has such nice thighs and calves when you put on heels. Like, I have never seen a single person who has looked bad in heels, unless you don't have legs, and that's a whole nother different topic, but I'm so sorry for those who don't have legs. That's okay. You can wear a corset instead. Everyone looks good in a corset. Remember, guys, a thin waist. Yeah, okay, so nail polish, corsets, high heels, stockings, like pantyhose and stuff, those were all made for men. Okay, those are men's clothes originally. And I feel like we don't need to limit ourselves. I'm gonna take the fetish stuff off because we're talking about real stuff here, okay? We're not talking about fetish stuff. We're talking just real shit right now, okay? I feel like anybody can wear whatever they would like to wear, okay? Okay? Anybody can wear whatever they'd like to wear. You wanna wear a low-cut top? Do it. You want to wear a top with a titty window? Do it. Do you know how many hot men and non-binary babies that I have seen with titty windows? So many. And not to mention the women. Woo, the women. Remember, girls, skirts aren't girly. They're also very manly. Very, very manly. You give me fashion ideas? Fuck yeah, do it. Every time you move, you get distracted by the jiggle. Oh, which jiggle? This jiggle? A hair jiggle? The mushy? This jiggle? This jiggle? This jiggle right here? Which jiggle? I got a lot of jiggle on. You know what's funny is I've actually downplayed my boob jiggle quite a bit. It's emphasized though by this top, so it's fine. Dude, you've seen... Dude, do you know how hot Scottish guys are? Oh my god, you can see their thighs! Oh my god. Dude, a large, hairy man in a kilt... let me just say, I gotta take a drink of something. I'm a little dry mouthed right now. Hold on, give me a second. Let me just say, Braveheart Fantasy, 100%, 1,000%, a zillion %. We love a good boob window in everybody. Everybody looks good in fangs, too. Everybody looks good in fangs. Funny thing is, you're so desensitized to the boob jiggle from VTubers to the point you're so interested in the hair physics. I've got a nice hair physics. There is curl and bounce. The one I'm most happy about is the one right here underneath my ear. Ah, look at that. That's so satisfying to look at. Ah, that makes me so happy. You like looking at swishy things? I love swishy things. I love swishy things. Oh, look. You haven't even seen it, but my key cards and stuff all bounce. How nice. And then you catch yourself staring at the earrings. Dude, the earrings were a pain in the ass. So when I turn my head, they tilt and they interact with depending on how I turn my head. And then depending on how I have my eyebrows and everything moving, my ears react as well. And they interact with that as well, which is really fun. That was really hard to do. I think I have on my ears alone, for my earrings, I have 6 different toggles. Mom, are you sure your model isn't just fancily jingly keys? Jingle, jingle, jingle. Jingle, 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 jingle. Pay attention. I'm talking right now. Jingle, jingle. Pay attention. Jingle, jingle. We're talking. Okay. I'm gonna talk about line art. Jingle, jingle. We're gonna talk about how serious things are right now. This is a very serious subject. Jingle, jingle. Pay attention. Jingle, jingle. Look at my chains. Jingle, jingle. Jingle, jingle. Oh, hang on. I have to show you this thing that I think is really fun. Hold on. Let me put my lab coat back on. Okay, do you see? Hang on. I gotta pull it back a little bit. Okay, look. When I put the lab coat on, my badge moves up to this. Look at that. My cactar moves up too. God, I wonder how the earrings were made, because all I think of is how to make that work is created to basically simulate gravity. The lapels have physics. And if I do, what is it? The lapels have physics, and then when I turn my head, the lapels react to it. That was a lot of work to do. That was a lot of fun work to do. Hang on. I have to show you something really cool. Where is it? It's called Goop. Goop. Ooze. That is on this trigger right here. So when I go ooze like this, when my ports ooze, specifically when someone follows, the lapels on the jacket change. Look at that. Yeah, look at that. Yeah, awesome. I decay about the rest of Autism Council, but the funny physics make your brain happy. This is why you don't complain about waiting for a live 2D model. It is a lot of work. For context, I made this model and I worked on it for 4 years. I worked on this model for 4 years. Now granted, I have a lot of, ignore that I don't exist below the knees. So I have a lot of stuff. I have this outfit. I can take off the skirt. I can take off my lab coat. I can put on shorts. Look at that, I have shorts. I can take this off. Hold please. A second vote given to your cause. Look, just don't ask me to rate spoons. I have not been medically diagnosed, but I do indeed enjoy the Spoon Council. Okay, so I can take off the regular outfit. I have a bunny suit. There's a bunny suit that exists for this outfit. Yeah, very lovely, very nice. Love this one. I have a bunny suit. I have a fancy dress. Look, you guys haven't seen this one yet. This is for fancy events only. This one is a little broken. I noticed it earlier. My mushrooms aren't in the correct position for my headpiece, but that's okay. This one, don't ask me how I got the glitter to work on the dress. This one is very nice. I can take off the boa too, and what's really fun is like when I raise my hands and stuff like that, look, the bracelet reacts to stuff too. And I can have a wine glass. This one is my favorite. Okay, this one we're gonna use later for like a fancy event. Let's see what else. What else do we have? I have a ton of stuff in here. Outfit. Let's take off the fancy dress. Oh, my maid outfit. I have a maid outfit. Yeah. Very nice, very lovely. This is the classic maid outfit. Let's see what else. I've got. Oh, we have PJs. Hi, Cordy Cap. This is the PJ outfit. The coloration is off right now because I'm gonna go through and change it. Let's see what else do we have. Where's my large t-shirt? Here's my large t-shirt. We have PJ t-shirt. Big PJ t-shirt. Cordy missed the weird section. Cordy, you missed us. We ranked a whole bunch of fetishes earlier. Technically, I have 3 different hairstyles on this outfit as well. I also have a swimsuit, but that is... I have to put a bunch of tags and stuff. These are also good. I have a lot of physics on the t-shirt. This one I was really happy with. This one is a lot of movement on the chest for this one. Speaking of your non-existence below the knees, I know a VTuber who has a joke that a goal on Ko-fi was to get a toe rigging as a joke, and would you guess the community suddenly found a spare $120 or something? Of fucking course they did. Of fucking course they did. Fucking course they did. Now my base is the bodysuit, and the bodysuit is fully rigged. And I've got, you can't see it. I gotta get real close. Okay, I'm not showing off my chest. I'm showing off the ports on my chest. So everything moves. Everything moves and slides, and when I goop, everything goops. But yeah, that's how we do it. I spent a long time on this model. I haven't really used it. They mentioned toes like the magic word on Twitch. It is. Did you know if you put the foot tag on your stream, you get a ton of people coming in. I feel like I'm a little naked with just my bodysuit on, so I'm gonna put this on. Yeah, but I'm not into like that fetish, so I don't use it. It gets you guaranteed people though. Like you get a ton of people coming in, but I am not into that. I'm not into that. You're safe from toes, as am I. There's nothing below my waist. I mean, there is, but there's nothing below my toes. There's nothing below there. There's a foot tag. There is indeed a foot tag. And in fact, using the foot tag, oh wait, but wait, there's more. Have you guys haven't seen it because I don't use it super often. I have a clipboard. And I can change out the pages that are on my clipboard as well. I also have... Put away the clipboard. I also have a body pillow. This is my husbando. This is Sid from Final Fantasy XIV. There's technically every version of Sid that exists is on my body pillow. This one is the physics are off on this, so I haven't changed it yet. But I have a toggle that's not set to my stream deck that has every version of Sid that I can switch between all of my husbandos on it. Okay, do you understand how much I love this man in every universe, in every version? I have it just set to 14 right now because we played 14 recently. It's a Sid pillow. It's a City pillow. It is a City pillow. Plus, there is one random Vincent Valentine on there as well. There's a single Vincent Valentine. I have cards. I technically have even his bug one. Every single version of Sid is on this body pillow. I have cards. I can hold cards in either hand. I have a mic, and I can hold a mic in either hand. And I can hold wine glass in every hand. And yes, it's Yu-Gi-Oh! Yeah, it's Yu-Gi-Oh! Look at that. Look at that. Look how good these cards look. Fungus Miku, indeed. I also have, I have a secondary hand that's supposed to sit on the other side, but I'm still working out the animation for it where I can draw a card and then flip it around. That's where if you do, if we showcase, I'll showcase it to you real fast. No, I'm not going to redeem it, but I'm going to showcase it to you guys where it's the trap card setup. For those who have seen it, they know. So there's a trap card you can activate on stream, which is a Yu-Gi-Oh card. And it's the Chatter's Curse, and so it's whoever actually activates it receives Chatter's Blessing, and this card's effect will will enable Secret Redeem. Yeah. So I have that, and let's see what else have I got on this model. Wine glass. Oh, I can point to either side. I have actually 6 different hands. So I have the hands that are holding stuff. And granted, the wine glass, it's time to duel. There's a mushroom inside my glass, and the physics on the glass, depending on how my arm is holding it, are affected in specific ways. Dude, I spent a whole day rigging the glass, and I can hold the glass in either hand. Great. IDK if anyone cares enough, but you know how to make the Yu-Gi-Oh computer deck randomized? You can make it randomized? Oh my god. Vito, you have to send that to me. I love Yu-Gi-Oh. I used to play a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh when I was younger. I did like a ton of it. And I'm gonna hold my wine glass in this hand just because this one I feel like it sits a little bit nicer. I haven't even showed you guys. If somebody says that my boobs are too bad, then I can just cover it. Look at that. Look, now you're totally not distracted because it's totally a Bible and it's totally not duct taped on to the front of it. You can write some code if you want. Oh, maybe. Maybe I may have to hit you back up on that. But I do actually do quite a little bit of coding and stuff on the side. So maybe I might just bounce ideas off of you, potentially. UDK if anyone cares, but everyone cares. The whole group liked that. Everybody liked that. Same, but Yu-Gi-Oh has changed way too much. It has changed quite a bit. I feel like they lost. Who would ever complain about boobs? I don't know, but I have an emergency toggle just in case. Oh, I also have, if somebody says I'm evil, I indeed have a halo. Oh, you can't really see it in this background. Why can't you see it in this background? That's frustrating. I have a halo. Maybe you can see it over here. Let's check it. Ah, you can't see it in the background. Oh, that's frustrating. I'll have to change it. Christians apparently. Yeah, Christians. Christians would. Damn it, my halo looks so nice. You can't even see it on screen. I'll change it later. No worries. Let's see. We have glasses as well. I actually have a series of glasses. I have these glasses, and then there is, where is it? I have these, all according to Kikaku. And then I also have bloody glasses. These are really fun. A Mormon knocks on your door. I'm sorry, sir. Are you here to spread something that we don't fucking need right now? Get the fuck out of here. Let's see what else. I have a deal with it glasses. Yeah, these were fun to rig. I had a lot of fun with these. The Lego thing made Mormons. Dude. Sorry, I put them back on. The Lego fiasco right now is crazy. Is absolutely. Have you seen the latest update? There's been an update in the Lego fiasco, and it's absolutely crazy. Like, there's more footage of that crazy fucking CEO, like, going through and chatting to, like, he's calling the police officer, and he's like, why did you let him go? That man has had many prior arrest records, and blah 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 blah. And it's ridiculous. I cannot fucking believe it. For those who don't know, for context, there is a major CEO who is working their way towards annihilation because he was lying to stuff. Just watch. The Halo is just a... It is not a Homer Simpson donut. It's a legitimate Halo. Yeah, saying he was a... Yeah, that's so crazy. I cannot... You can't just throw those kinds of allegations to somebody. That's absolutely going to destroy somebody's life. Absolutely going to destroy somebody's life. It's horrible. You're going to play from the other side. Do it. Play it. Play it. But there's so many things these days that I feel like, damn, just a simple search on the internet will disprove somebody's claims like that. Like, wow. Anybody will just say anything these days, won't they? They just go crazy. How long have we been streaming? 4 hours, damn. But skip a bit about your doing good and slam the doors before. Yeah. Well, we all know how this stream has gone today and how much craziness has happened. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Hang on, I'm gonna check the heat on my PC because I added insulation in between where I'm sitting in my PC and I want to make sure my PC is not overheating. Give me a second. Give me a second. That's still good. That's still good. It's still good. It's still good. We're still good. It's fine. It's fine. I will say, sorry, I'm still talking about my model. When I rigged my model, I did a lot of work and stuff into it. And then after I put my model into VTube Studio, I then customized it further. So there's specific things that I have rigged that I have told it to connect to certain other things. So I don't have any, so like I'm moving my body right now and you can't really see much. What you see is my head moving slightly like this. And that, my head controls everything. So if I turn to look, my head is controlling everything. So if I lean, my body moves. If I look up and down, nothing moves. But if I lift up and lift down, the body moves. And I've customized that quite a bit. I have a tutorial that I have finished editing. I just literally have to hit publish. I don't know why I haven't published it yet. Oh, because I wanted to check some of the spelling on it because I wasn't sure because I have like subtitles and stuff on it and I want to make sure the spelling and everything is correct before I publish it. But there'll be a tutorial on that for anyone who's really actually curious. But yeah, I don't know where we're going with the stream now. We've literally hit 4 minutes and I have no idea. You can proofread it for me. Oh, I might hit you up on that. It'll also give you a little bit of information that you can play around and kind of mess with for like Live 2D and VTube Studio if you wanted to. If not, it's cool. If I talk to one of your friends who knows a bit more about coding, then I do wonder if we can figure out if the code would be able to interface with Bulpedia. I don't know. I'm not sure what Bulpedia is, but it's off the top of my head at the moment. I can't think about anything except for Live 2D settings. I feel like my brain is turned to mush. Maybe it's the fact that I had a whole bunch of watermelon margarita. Potentially. Maybe it's the fact that we talked about fetishes for like 3 hours. Oh shit, you typed your thoughts again? It's okay to type your thoughts. That's what chat is for. And nobody's judging. It's not like my chat is super busy enough that you can't talk about stuff or you can't think about stuff or type it in chat or anything else like that. That's totally fine. It's cool. I'm not like a big time streamer anyway. I'm small time. I'm very small time. Isn't that for Pokemon? Is it for Pokemon? I don't really know Pokemon. Ooh. Thinking about it, coding for a Pokemon card simulator. Ooh. Do it. I think a Pokemon is pretty big. No, Pokemon is pretty big. It's not like I think it is pretty big. I just don't know Pokemon. I know how like some of the Pokemon look. I watched the older TV show from like the 90s. No, 2000s. Whenever Pokemon was on TV. Is it still on TV? Anyway, it's been a long time since I've interacted with Pokemon content. I have done Pokemon Yellow. And I've done Pokemon Go. He knows Pikachu, but everyone knows Pikachu. Basically, Pokemon is still on TV. I did not know it was still on TV. The more you know. I did not know it was on TV. I thought it stopped airing like way back then. Son of a bitch. Except they removed Ash and Pikachu, but why would they remove Ash and Pikachu? They dropped Ash as a protagonist? Dude, he's been like 12 for like fucking ever. They recently got new main characters. New main characters? Who? Oh my god, is this how I'm gonna get back into Pokemon? I don't want to get back into Pokemon. Is this how I learned Ash isn't 12? He's 42. He's 42. Ash is older than I am. Ash finally got to retire. Thank God. That poor little old man. I feel like he really needed a break. He needed to escape from everything. Oh God, he was so old. He was so old. You know what? I don't watch Pokemon, but I have watched a lot of those videos where they're like, how strong is Ash? Catch him! And they would do like a mathematical breakdown of like how strong he is or how tall he is. I love shit like that. He was 12 in 1997. Yeah. Yeah, he was. Yeah, he was. Oh God, that's so funny. That does not make me feel old at all. Yeah, that doesn't make me feel old at all. At all. You know what's really funny? Sorry, I'm going back in time because my brain suddenly seemed to latch on to a subject we had talked about hours ago. The VOD. So I was going back through recently, and I was going back through the VOD, and I realized that the first return stream we did for Final Fantasy XIV has no audio for the game. It's just us talking the whole time. The whole time. I think the new MCs are like Roy and Liko. Roy and Liko? Who the fuck is Liko? I can't even Google on my phone because my phone is being used for tracking. Hold on. Who are the new Pokemon Pro Tags? Oh, Likio. That's much better than Liko. Who are the new Pokemon Pro Tags? Give me images. They're adorable! I have seen their artwork before. Not Kyoko. I have seen their artwork before. On another side note, totally not related to what we're talking about before, I feel like if it's a children's show, you should not be making fetishized content about it, okay? Especially not Pokemon. Well, now those two are going to be 12 forevermore. Yeah. Yeah, that pause. Exactly what I've seen. Dark things. I've seen dark things. And I feel like I don't need to see those things. Okay? And I don't need to see those things. What did you see to think of this? Dark things. I've seen dark things. Anyway. Anyway. If it's a children's show, don't make fetishized content about it. Please. Please don't. Anyway. Yeah, this is not how I thought the stream was gonna go. This was not what I had intended for today. So, yeah. I've seen things that would make Darkness from Konosuba blush. As have I. As have I. Anyway. Man, I tell you what, I enjoy a lot of artists, but I think sometimes certain things should not be put on the internet. Thank you for the head pack. Yay! The only case somebody would think of Pokemon being fetishized is if you read AO3. Look, all I'm saying is that AO3 has a very specific tag system, or if you've been on any specific art site, exactly, you'll find it. It's there. It exists. Good point. Very good point. Yeah. God, the internet was a mistake. And at the same time, a blessing. A very much a huge blessing. I'm sitting cockeyed. If you're wondering why I'm leaning so far, it's because I'm sitting cockeyed in my chair. I have one leg up on the seat right now, okay? You can't see it, but there's a leg sitting up on the seat right here. Right here. And that's why I'm leaning. So I'm trying not to lean. I'm leaning the opposite way. God damn, people are weird on the internet, guys. Any Pokemon character has like 4,000 entries on R34 within a day of being announced. Yep. 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 I always sit up with a leg up unless you're in a formal environment. Well, generally at the start of stream. So here I'll sit properly. At the start of stream, I start sitting properly. And then the longer the stream goes, I put a leg on the chair. And if the stream goes really long, I put the other leg on the chair. If the stream is really long, then I sit cross-legged in my chair. Let me tell you, it took a long time to find a chair that I could sit cross-legged in because I'm pretty tall. I'm relatively tall. And it's hard to find a chair that I can fit my legs into. I'm gonna eat another Cheez-It, okay? If there's crunching sounds, it's the Cheez-It. And it's hard. Yeah, I'm not very tall. I'm average. I'm 5'11". I'm average-ish. But I became 5'11" in elementary school. Very young. Very, very young. I was taller than all of the boys until about high school when people finally started to grow taller and I was no longer the tallest of all time. I got tall fast. So I've always had to fight for jeans and chairs for a lady. Yeah, for a lady I'm tall, I guess. Unless you're talking, like, I know, I have a couple friends who are taller than me. They're taller than me, but, you know, it depends on who you hang out with, what you think tall is, and exactly what you think normal is. So, I don't know. It depends. It varies. I don't think I'm very tall. I think I'm about average. I have tiny hands. I have small hands. For someone that's 5'6". Yeah, oh, that's true. You are a little shorter than I am. Yeah, I have really small hands and feet compared to my height, which is great for buying gloves, but not so great for buying shoes. Because it's hard to find shoes when everybody has smaller shoes than I do. Being told 5'11" is average is crazy. Well, you come from an area where that is very tall, where 5'5" is the average, Shuna. That's okay. You use an office chair, not like the fancy ones, you mean like just a chair with no arms or anything, and you're forced to use that when you game or do your pixel art. You do not do a lot because you keep losing your damn stylus. Damn, I feel that. Great! I have things to send to you. I have updates. But I'm pretty wasted right now, so I don't know if I'll be able to remember to send it to you. No, oh my god, did you just send the trap card down? Oh. Nobody type. If you type in, no, I'm not gonna put a warning out there. It's fine. It's fine. Whoever gets hit with it, fucking gets hit with it. Okay? Why is the trap card not showing? Why is the trap card not showing? I will fix this. Give me a second. Okay, trap card should be set up right now. It did not ban you for... Why did it not ban you? Hold on. We're gonna do a 2-minute coding adventure. Ignore the amounts of margarita on board. Hold on. Trap card. Why did you not run? Okay, activate. Set enabled. Okay, that should be enabled. You think you know someone, some of the girls in your old school were like 6 foot tall. Dude, 6 foot tall is really nice. Oh, hang on. I missed a message from Over. You're 6'2" and you have an extra large hands and wear a size 13 shoe. Damn! I have very small hands. I have very small hands and I have very small feet. And I'm 5'11", but I don't think I'm that tall. But I can wear stuff. And well, just let me know if you would like more money or if you feel undervalued. Nah. You don't need to send me more money. It's coming. I talked about it actually earlier on stream where I was like, guys, my commission stuff is not open because I'm working on something for Gray, and I was like, but it takes time because if I hit undo, I have to wait like a full minute for stuff to stop processing. You only now realize the back screen is a chat menu. Oh yeah. If you guys don't know, chat is right here above me. There's right here. Is the, sorry, I have to look this way, is the clips, old clips, it's the advertisement for my channel. Right up here is first, and then right here is the game menu. So if I have a game or something turned on, it'll be like right here. You're gonna lurk, but to support as you do things. It's cool. It's cool. We're pretty wasted right now, and we have time. Why is the trap card not activating? I'm gonna give you a refund for your stuff for this, but I'm gonna try and figure. Why is that broken right now? Why are you broken? I think when it did an update for what's it? Oh, I did an update for StreamerBot because I'm in the beta test for it. Because I like technology and I like to be upfront about things and test them out. And when it did the update, I think it broke some of my redeems. So I'm gonna give you the refund for the trap card, but I don't know why it didn't work. Why did it not work? Why not work? I'm gonna clear this. We're pretty wasted right now. It makes me think of Venom and Eddie. But Eddie has such beautiful lips. Here, I'll take it. I will take a drink. I have water and a finger width of watermelon margarita left in my giant mason jar. So I'm gonna finish the mason jar off real fast, and then I'll start on the water. Hang on, give me a second. Okay, that's finished. I'm trying to figure out why we're doing a quick 5-minute coding adventure to figure out why the trap card thing is not working. I swear to God, chat, I can function like a normal. Okay, trap card is laid down, so this is active. I'm gonna test the trigger. There it is. It's activated. It's laid down. Okay. Fuck. I set a live grenade in chat. Nobody set it off right now. No, nobody set off the grenade, right? Nobody type in chat because it's gonna ban you. Well, it'll time you out for 120 seconds. Why did it say Bombed Lily 750 laid it down? Bombed Lily did not set it down. I set that shit down. Giving me pseudonyms and shit. Okay, hang on, I'm hit save. Looks like it had the initial channel point reward. For some reason, it was deactivated within StreamerBot. I had to go through and reactivate it, which is fine. That happens. That happens. Oh, I don't like how small it is, though. Let me change that. Let's go to redeems. Oh, no. Nope. I did not almost accidentally switch onto the wrong screen. Why would I do that? Okay. I have to do studio mode and then switch it. Sorry, chat. I've switched over into tech stuff. Trap card setup. This is the one I need. I would like that to be bigger. Thank you. Thank you. I'm gonna place that here. Yeah. That's how we do it. Okay, I'm gonna deactivate it right now. Can it ban me? Test. I don't wanna time someone out. Test. West test. It does not ban me. Oh, because I forgot I have a filter on it, so if I type it, it can't ban me. It just reflects back on the person that tries to ban me. But it can't ban me because it's me. Okay. I think for right now we have hit a blockade. I have finished off my margarita. I'm ready to go eat something cheesy, something with cheese on it and spicy. I'm gonna go eat something. So I think I'm gonna end stream right here. So sorry. I feel bad. I let you guys down. We did not finish Vampire Night. Okay, speaking of drinking alcohol, funny story, you were 11 because loose drinking laws, your dad handed you a large stein of beer and didn't look back until you drank a finger width of it. Oh my gosh, that's so funny. I will admit my first experience with drinking was indeed about the same. About the same. I didn't think you would. Didn't think I would what? Finish stream? End stream? I'll finish stream. You know what's really funny though? I literally haven't done have a good food. Heck yeah, I love food. We're gonna find somebody to rate. I'm gonna hand you guys off to somebody who is awesome. Let's see who is awesome. Finish Vampire Night? Oh yeah, I probably won't finish Vampire Night for a while. I don't know why. It's just that game is so fucking hard. And it's not because I've gotten distracted multiple times or forgotten it, but we'll be back for it. I guess the Yu-Gi-Oh card's just gonna stay on screen because it's still activated, but it's not registering that anybody's talking, which is fine. I'll fix it later. I have a sticky note that I'm slowly working my way through anyway. That's fine. Oh, if it's the first experience of drinking, your uncle gave you champagne at 2 months old. Oh my god, 2 months? You're not even... Oh, that's so bad. But, you know, understandable when there's a lot of drinking in families. That tends to happen. No drunk text, Mycelia. The last one was spicy. LOL, JK. Oh yeah, you better watch out. I'm gonna send you a recipe with some jalapenos in it. Nah, you're more likely to get a BL or an MPreg fanfic if you text me right now. Most likely it's gonna be like a MPreg thing. Like that was totally an accident, but like your uncle was wasted as fuck, it was totally an accident. Oh, see, then that's totally understandable. See, it was an accident, that's super understandable. That happens. That shit just happens, you know? Let me see who is live right now that we can go ahead and send you guys over to. I'm kind of sad. There's a couple of people that I've followed recently. Like I recently started chatting with them. You know, when I remember to chat back to people, because I don't remember how to chat back to people that often. I am horrible at responding to messages, especially if something's happening at the same time. And they're not online right now, which is sad. Okay, you know what? Let's go ahead and send you guys over to... Oh, the Vintage Vamp is live. Hang on, he's doing it just chatting as well. You have a lovely night, my Celia. Thank you, you too. Have a good time, and maybe I'll see you next time. It's okay, there's no rush. Clips still exist, my VOD still exists. I will warn you though, my clips, I edit them like literally all at once. And I schedule them to post. So the clips are probably old clips. That's why there's still a bunch of Helldivers clips that are publishing, and they'll publish all the way until like a week into next week. I think is how far out they're scheduled. Anyway, I'm gonna send you guys over to the Vintage Vamp, who it's his first ever multi-stream. He's doing just chatting right now. He's pretty chill. I tend to like him. I mean, there's a reason I follow people. I like people, so I follow people. Okay, I'm gonna send you guys over here to Vintage Vamp. I'm gonna eat something, drink something, and yeah, that's what we're doing. That's what we're doing. Okay, there's a quick raid message. I don't believe I have anything scheduled. I am gonna be playing with Oz tomorrow for Helldivers. I don't know if I'm going to be streaming or not. It might depend on how everything is going, but we'll send you guys over there here now. You guys have a lovely evening. There's a quick raid message and enjoy your time. And I'm pretty positive that Vamp is not going to have you guys rate fetishes like I did. So I'll send you guys over. You guys have a nice evening tonight. I'll catch you later. Bye bye. Little Funko Ring, little Funko Ring, little Funko Ring. Hey, hey. Bam.